Hello, hello everybody, and welcome to the Noobs R Us GT3 Rookie Series Season 5, second event, Race 2. We've combined up servers today, so we're going to have pros and AMs on track together tonight. We didn't have enough pros in their own server, so we're going to make it a little bit more interesting. It's a little bit wider track than last week as well at COTA, so we can expect a little bit more lenience with bonks. Hopefully nobody gets into major bonks, but who knows. I'm joined in the booth tonight with David Alicea. Hello, David.
Buenas noches. Wow, I sound so bad.
I don't know why this music's playing. Give me just a second as I switch music back to what we were listening to.
I'm so sick.
You're still sick?
Yes.
Oh, no.
It's horrendous.
Also joining in the booth tonight is John Patton. And I believe, John, you were second place podium last week, correct?
Yes, I believe second place.
Second
After
place.
it was third, and then I think a penalty.
Yeah. So you were supposed to be up against Budio, I think. Budiot. I think he's your competitor.
Yeah.
I don't see him on track. So how are you feeling about the AM split without him being here?
Well, he was really competitive. He was really aggressive. I think the biggest thing is just between the AM and the pros. I don't know if the race is long enough for us to be lapped. I mean, maybe.
Maybe,
I think,
but 2 minutes a lap.
yeah, I just think the
Could
biggest
happen.
thing is going to be track limits. Just
I'm pretty
staying
sure
out
that
of
the
trouble.
bottom half of the field might get lapped.
Yeah, so I think just being safe and avoiding track limit drive-throughs is honestly, I'd rather just be consistent and be a tiny bit slower than having to risk a drive-through. So I think consistency is the most important of this track.
You're going to be racing against white plates today. And my suggestion to you is actually race against them because they're going to be safer and you're
Yeah.
going to end up racing against them soon anyways. So just expect that to happen. If you start racing again, sorry, so Andrew typed something in chat. If you start racing against them now, you'll be competitive. Your points will transfer over properly, and you'll be competitive in their split when the time comes too. So
Yeah, just qualifying is really important to, get to racing them and not being kind of in the midfield of the rookies, right? So just qualifying is important.
yep, absolutely. Okay, so I think I've noticed what's going on with my music, so I'm gonna clear that. And we'll get on to the next song here. All right. Thank you for joining us in the booth, Mr. Patton. Would you like to be put into any voice channels or disconnected?
I'm just gonna disconnect it.
Okay, sounds good. I'll go ahead and disconnect you. Go get some more practice. Get good luck on your qualifying, and we'll see you out on track.
Thank you. Good luck, everybody.
All right, David. We're combined up tonight. How are you feeling about that?
I'm excited. I know a lot of the AMs don't like it, but I find it to be very beneficial to learn from pros, especially if they're driving the same car as you are.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what will happen. I'm excited to see what kind of pro or what kind of AMs will put down pro times. This will give us a better idea of who's racing against who. So it's going to be kind of fun in that aspect. It looks like practice is over. We're going to get into qualifying. I'll open up a little thing on the screen here that you guys can see. I don't really know how it works, but you guys will be able to see it and understand how it works. Could just be the difference in time between the drivers on screen for you. That up there. Whoop! There you go. How many drivers on track? Andrew asks. We have 42 drivers on track tonight. I'm also going to try and put some information on screen so you can see who's in what split, because that's something that I wasn't able to do earlier. So let me try and put that on there for you too. Let me just a second. Can I turn that on? Does that do it? It doesn't do it. Let's see, driver info. Here we go. Sorry, give me just a moment. Hang on just a second. How's everybody doing in chat tonight? Andrew? He's made it to where he was going. Where are you going? Atlanta tonight? David, I'm going to give you the booth for just a moment while I look for this setting here.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's gonna be hard. Oh. Hopefully I don't die in the middle of it.
You'll be fine.
And our qualifying just started. Everybody's loading up their setups. Well, never mind. They're just to go. Hey, at least give me a car. Change my car. Change the car. Anything but that.
We got to make sure that the pros are going out. The AMs should be staying in the pits right now too.
I can look around. That's why I'm here. Yeah, we got the pros going out.
Huh.
They're jumping at the bit. Looks like we got a nice little queue happening over here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Weird. Yeah, apparently I'm not allowed to put which split these guys are on in the settings here. This is something new to me.
It's okay. That's what we're here for.
Thought I could, but it does not seem to want me to do that. Which is weird.
797.
What about on the ones up top? Thank you all for your patience this evening. Had a lot of stuff going on, so.
We got Kevin Rivera leading the pack tonight.
David, can you do a quick check to make sure no red plates are out that aren't supposed to be?
Oh, yes.
Multi-class. Yeah, we're not really running multi-class,
No,
are we?
there's no red plates out.
Okay, perfect. That's not information that people care about. I was able to put bronze on there one time, and now I can't. I'm extremely confused.
Humphreys?
Oh, David Humphreys is out there, huh?
Is he out?
I don't know, is he? Or is he in chat?
I thought
Humphreys was supposed to be racing tonight.
Well, you know, being from the other side of the world, I doubt it.
That's not information. Number tag? Wonder if there was an update that changed it and removed it. Could be what it is. We are supposed to be seeing white and red plates out. Unfortunately, I don't know how to get any of that information on screen for you, so I'm sorry about that.
Everybody's starting their hot laps.
We'll go ahead and get right into it then.
Yes.
Take a look at.
There's a little bit of queuing happening at the end of the track.
All right. Let's get this auto cam off so we can watch whoever we would like to watch, huh? Who's first out on track right now? Kevin Anthony?
Kevin.
Kevin. Senor Rivera. Hello, everybody. Joe Mama. Hello. Soccer Freak 8, 31 minutes ago. Thank you for the follow. Sorry I didn't get to that. That was before we started racing, actually. I tell you Mama tonight instead. Would you stop it, Chase? Kevin out on track. You notice the box on the right side of the screen that's going to show the splits between drivers as they come across the lines and whatnot. So we'll keep an eye on that. I'll try and get it so I can see a little bit more information on screen too. These drivers are now out on their hot lap. Kevin is so far ahead of everybody else.
Abuser. He definitely got the grip hack tonight.
All right. Get myself a track map to reference too, because I don't have one.
Who's the newest pro we got this week?
The newest pro? Was it Boo something? No, I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Dude, we're so out of it tonight. We don't even know what we're talking about. All right. Kevin coming across the line.
Ooh.
Kevin's actually in second here. Kasaboon kicked his butt in time. Did you see that?
Yes.
So Kasaboon just went over 206.375. Kevin behind 206.862. Curtis, FNM, 208.8.
Curtis!
Burkhart just took that position in third. And then quickly got swept down by Gerber, who just got swept down by Menendez, who just overtook everybody. So Menendez is up 206.3. That seems quite good.
They're just getting started.
Yeah, they are just getting started. They've only completed their first lap. This is the pro split here now. We see Zach Schneider still out on track, all alone. He hasn't completed a lap yet, so we'll see how he does whenever he comes across the line. He's one to watch. He may actually just jump from 13th all the way up. See what happens. Still curious about why I can't see the split of these drivers. It's kind of making me mad.
What are you talking about?
So on screen, you know how we have white plates and red plates normally?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Weird that I can't see that.
It's okay. You just tell people what's happening.
Bum. Kind of confused about that. Anyways, how's everybody doing? We pumped to race on this on Sunday. Yeah, in the rain too, no less. All right, so Schneider did take that first place position like we were talking about, 206.087. Let's see if Schneider can hold on to that. I believe Kevin should be
on that car nonetheless. That is just ridiculous.
Kevin coming around the start-finish line now. Let's see if he can make an improvement on his time. Looks like he's going to be near equal with it. So no change for Kevin. Menendez, however, is up 4/10 on his time. And if he continues to hold that time around these last couple corners, he's up a half a second. He's going to overtake Schneider if he finishes his final corner correctly. Matty Boomsticks, hello.
Matty Boomsticks. Hey, are you not here?
Menendez, 206.3. No improvement on his time. Must have been invalid. So, I mean, it was an improvement, but it wasn't a great improvement. We'll see what happens the next couple of laps. Not pumped about the rain. The cool part about this Sunday in the intermediate series is it's a 45-minute rain race, no pit stop required. But later in the evening, we've got Spooky Spa coming up. And you know what that means. You know what that means. It's going to be raining again. 2 rain races in one day. One of them is going to be late at night. We're excited to see how that goes, too.
Boone and Menendez are going to have a good fight.
Ghosts? Yep, Ghosts, absolutely. Menendez is up 8/10 again, but I think he's invalid. Schneider's up on his time as well.
Yes, Menendez is invalid right now.
Take a look at Gerber, who's a rookie podium driver from last season and is now in 9th place out of our pros. We've got 15 pros out on track right now. 16. Take that back. Dubois is our driver from last week's race. Dubois. Back on the Dakota. Here's Cooked. Yes, they are. We'll watch Gerber come across the line. Actually, well, let's move over to Dubois real quick. Dubois, check out this guy in his livery.
You got a second and a half, 2 seconds up.
That's a pretty awesome livery right there. So Rockefeller Racing, if I remember right, that was Devin Anthony's team at one point, was it not?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
They're not racing together anymore? So Dubois in 27th has yet to put down a lap time here. We're going to onboard with Gerbs. We're doing onboard with Gerbs. want to see where Dubois finishes his lap as he comes around turn 18. P27 right now, no time. Looks like he's invalid, so we're gonna have to wait until he comes back. Gerbs, you say you want an onboard with. So we can't do it. We can't do an onboard with Gerbs if he's gonna be in the pits. You said he's valid?
No, went up to P9.
P9 for Dubois. So he was an AM split last week. He's in pro split, and you see where he's at? P9 out of 15, 16 pros. So just saying, he deserves to be where he's at. Okay. How you doing tonight, Mike? How's the esports practice been doing? Or have you not been in there? I don't know. I don't know who's in the esports stuff. Schneider 206.8, no improvement on his time. Menendez 206.3. He's in the pits and he's given up. He's happy with that second place. Kasaboon in third. See his car off track there. Not going to make an improvement. Eamon in fourth, 206.5. He's on an invalid lap as well. Kevin Rivera is finished. Looks like the pro drivers are finishing up their laps. The AM drivers are lining up to go out.
AM drivers just as eager to go out. Ooh, look at that. Snyder with a 205. Jeez.
205.832 for Schneider. What a rapid time. So there's your list and your lineup there. You can see P1 is just a car length ahead of P2. P2, 3, and 4 are neck and neck. P5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 are all right there. And then P12 kind of just fell off. But with that being said, so would I. So the red plates have jumped out on track. We're missing Tonkin's livery for some reason. Chilling, no practice. 205, damn, he says.
Yep.
You see these drivers on their out laps. I'm gonna do one more look on this thing and see why we're missing information. David, out of the rookie drivers, who would you want to keep a closer eye on?
Sheesh. I don't know. I've only seen him drive one season, one race so far. So it's like there's a lot of names that I do know, and there's a few that I don't know.
There's a lot of new drivers this season. A lot of new drivers. So it's hard to keep an eye on people right now. We just talked with Pat, and I want to keep an eye on him this race and see how he does.
Yes.
As these drivers are coming out on their out lap.
Honestly, Metcalf. I want to cheer for Metcalf.
Metcalf is one of our junior drivers working with GT Racing Academy. Had to try and send him to get one more lap, says Kasaboon. Up in third, killing it. Driver shout out Metcalf, absolutely.
Yeah, Metcalf. Sorry, he's been.
So we've got drivers out starting their lap now. You can see Tonkin crossing the line. Got a couple other drivers behind him. Everybody's starting their valid lap now. I don't understand.
Let's see what kind of times we're gonna see from the AM drivers.
Yeah, absolutely. Do I have a driver count? Oh yeah, we do. 43, huh?
43.
That's a lot. Our limit is 44. So if we hit 44, then we got to go back to splitting up. So
the rookies queuing up. Metcalf giving himself plenty of space to put down a hot lapper.
Number 51 on controller? It might be.
Number 51? I'll tell you in a second.
You can see a little bit of racing going on in qualifying. It shouldn't be happening this way, but it is. I believe. Got Queeman behind him. Hopefully Queeman will back off. Now both of these drivers are entitled to finish their hot lap, but you don't want to screw up the guy in front of you. Tonkin. Where's he at? Middle of the S's? No, he's turn 16.
Yeah, number Mr. Grau is definitely on a controller.
On a controller, you say?
Yes, look at the wheel input. It's like 0-90 in a second.
Will Fig in the chat said he was 100th off of Rivera. Right there behind him. All right, Tonkin's coming through the final corners now. Actually, final corner. See how he does, what time he can put up. Crossing the line now. Invalid? Invalid.
I guess so. Jeez.
It was an invalid 207. We'll have to see. Brown.
And what a 209.
Patton, 209.1. The first of our rookie drivers or AM drivers to put down a time. Taraj in 16th.
Taraj.
So you're noticing that we do have some AMs mixed in with pros at this point. Once again, I can't show you who's who for some reason. This was something that I was able to show last week, but we didn't have them combined. So
Mr. John Sween.
He keeps changing his name. He keeps changing his name. It's Johnston.
Just a wee. Hauser and Bramer. Bramer down. It's all.
Bramer's somebody I want to continue to watch throughout the entire series. HD Razor, Tubbs Hype Train. Yep, Tubbs Hype Train's here.
Tubbs. I still don't know who the heck Tubbs is.
Eventually we'll figure it out, won't we?
Bramer, he's been putting down a lot of practice. I see him on a lot of the times.
Yeah, Bramer's one of my good friends from the military, so I'm happy to have him part of this series and driving with us. Kevin, we don't encourage that. You just told everybody not to do it, and now you're doing it.
All I gotta do is just type a command and give you a.
So right now, just looking at it, Patton's in first, with Westerhoff in second for the AMs. 209.1 for Patton, 209.4 for Westerhoff. Then we've got a pro driver, Mark Miller, at 16th, and then Johnston in 17th. And it looks like we're having some position changes going as I'm talking. Tonkin up in 12th right now, overtaking Jay Curtis and Devin Anthony in the pro splits.
The backs out of the car.
Tonkin did say earlier this week that he believes Coda is his best track. So
we'll see you next week.
Next week? You mean this week? We're at Coda right now.
I know, but like the next track, if he's
yeah, see if he drops back down.
Yes.
Barrage. In 19.
UX Files music.
P5 for the red plates. Tubbs going for top 20, I believe. You think? There's 42 drivers. The top 20 has got to be way up there. Speaking of way up there, Ramirez just went into 16th place, moving all the other drivers down with a 209.320.
Finally, I guess this pro wasn't able to get a good lap in.
Chanley, yep. He didn't get a lot of practice in, unfortunately.
Okay.
He wasn't able to join until the briefing.
Although apparently didn't get a time to.
Maybe top 30, you say, huh? I can't enable the splits in Race Lab. That's what I was talking about. I can't do that for some reason. So I'm going to put on the auto cam for just a moment, and I'm going to do another quick look if there's anything I can do. Because I was able to do it before. I wonder if it's an iRacing thing.
Will it help you if I stream my thing
I can't turn any of that on.
No, like for you to see it?
No. I wonder if they got rid of it. Driver ratings, driver license. Because it said bronze before, but now it doesn't allow any. Safety rating?
To use that way you can see what I'm looking at.
No, I'm not worried about that. I have information on race control, but for the drivers to see, for everybody else to see who's who and who's where. On the is that on the other leaderboard thing? I don't know. I don't know where it's at. I don't know. It was on here last week. We didn't have drivers out there last week, so it didn't matter. I turn on multi-class. No change on that on stream, right?
Nothing.
Strength of field doesn't matter because once again, right? So driver info. I can put their top speed on there for you. You can see their top speed. See that? Look at that top speed. I can put their nationality on there, but it says everybody's NA, like not applicable NA, not North American. Gap distance. I can put gap distance on there. You know what I'm saying? I can put all this other information, but I can put their lap number on there even. I can go to driver ratings. I can put their LFM rating on there. Look at that. Doesn't have it because we don't have LFM connected. You know what I'm saying? Safety rating. They don't have a safety rating, so it doesn't matter, right? The driver license. That's the only other thing I can think of. But driver tag, colored driver tag. None of that changes. Using driver tag let you add tags to drivers. Okay, so this is reference driver? No? Back time?
Extent of this lap. Just to validate it.
Patent is, you said?
Target is going to be beat by the guy in front.
Yeah. It's not, I can't see any of that, which is, it just doesn't make sense to me.
What are you trying to look at?
I just want to see bronze and silver. That's all I want to see.
Don't worry about it.
I'm worried about it.
Don't worry about it.
No, I'm worried about it. It's just a weird thing that I can't see, but I used to be able to, so it's stressing me out.
End of qualifying.
I'm stressed out, man.
Oof, this is gonna be tough. I don't know that my vocal cords will survive this.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. All right, we're coming off of auto cam. I want to take another look skis. What do we got right now? Tonkin's still in first in the pits. He's giving it up. Johnston Ween. Patton's still out. Looks like he's pulling in the pits. Ramirez is out. Got a lot of drivers still out and about. A lot of them crossing the line now as we speak. Jacobs coming around the final couple corners. Hasn't put down a valid lap yet. I don't know if this one is. Well, this one's valid. Let's see how he does. Around the final corner. He needs to put down a valid lap to get out of P40. So there he goes, up into 29th. Metcalf is still on his valid lap, coming around the final corners as well. Don't worry about that little guy. Do I mean to have the music on? Yes, for now. All right. Wells? No? Okay. So right now you're seeing what the driver list looks like. All right, here we go. I hit drive. The drivers are sitting on grid right now. We have 40 of them to go through. Are you ready for this?
That's all I'll ever be.
As you'll ever be? All right, I'm going to fly down the grid here.
Okay, I'm
40
going to start with the
drivers.
great rundown. 2
Yes,
minutes
sir.
and 30 seconds. Can we get it done?
Hang on.
P1, C.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Snyder, P2, Menendez. Okay, we got a bouncy situation here.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
P3, Casboon. P4, Amon. P5, Kevin Rivera. P6, Piggins. Piggins was here? I didn't even see him. P7, Gania. P8, Gerber. P9, DeBow. P10, Barcar with the Boobies Racing. 11, Mr. Poe. 12, Tonkin. P1 for the AMs. 13, Curtis. 14 is going to be Johnston Ween. P15, Devin Anthony. 16, Metcalf. 17, Cortez. 18, Hausers. 19, Patton. 20, Ramirez. 21, Westerhoff. 22, Miller. 23, Queeman. 24, Griswold. Griswold? Are they going on a vacation? Maybe. 25, Turaj. Or Turaj? Whatever. 26, Tolu. Ache Oloi Jekbe. 27, Mr. Brown. 28, Mr. Cook. 29, Jacobs. 30, my beautiful sister, Miss Lizzie Alicea. no longer a junior driver, independent driver for the season. 31, Justice. 32, Zapata. 33, Rydberger or Freeberger, whatever you want to call it. 34, Chanley. 35, Bramer. 36. Oh, I almost died there.
He's okay, everybody.
36, Harold. 37, Wells. 38, Grau. 39, Almeida. 48 is Meredith. I don't know who that is. 21, Mr. Powers. 42, Grau. And 43, Mr. Vittorio. Yeah, we made it. With 44 seconds to go.
Good job, David. Good job.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
I'm proud of you. You did it. Turn that qualifying thing off there.
Just, my vocal cords are just...
You want to see you at some point, huh? We'll watch you on the out lap because that'll be the only important lap that you get. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right. These drivers are about to start their out laps. Speaking of out laps. As they do that, we'll follow Schneider. 43 drivers on grid. The majority being AM drivers. Let's see what happens as they start going out. They're going to start warming up their tires, getting ready for the first of two 30-minute races tonight. While they're doing that, I can't pull up the calendar. However, we will go over what we've got going on in Noobs R Us world. Speaking of which, I need to talk to one of you guys, see what we want to do about this Sunday's race. So, coming up, this upcoming Sunday, we have the Noobs R Us Intermediate Challenge. This is also going to be at COTA. It'll be in the rain, 45-minute race. This is intermediate drivers here. It's a series specifically for getting better at driving. So if you haven't done a rookie series and you're new, we don't recommend it. The intermediate challenge, it gets harder and harder as the series goes on. And at the end of the series, I think they're doing a 2-hour race. Also, Sunday evening, it might be, I don't remember. Sunday evening, the Halloween Spooky Spa GT3 race. It'll be at nighttime in the rain at Spa. 65-minute race with a pit stop. A lot of custom liveries for that race. We're excited to see those. And we need to see if we're going to stream that or not.
Yes.
I might stream it because it sounds like something I want to do.
Why not drive it?
Who died? Nobody died.
I did.
Kevin Rivera's engine is red. I wonder what Kevin did to make his engine red.
This disc. The hacks, man. The hacks messed up your engine.
It doesn't look like Kevin kicked anybody out of position this time. The fake Fiat. I'm gonna keep the music chilling for just a moment. Andrew, if you're able to, can you look up the splits for Race Lab Elements or something like that? Race Lab apps? I typed it out. And just see why I can't see the splits in there. Because I was able to. I can't. Honkin. Unfortunately, we can't see his livery, but I'm excited to see how he does during this race. He's in 11th. 11th overall, but P1 for the AM drivers. It's going to be cool to see how he does.
The wrong livery.
You can take your time, Andrew. Just nothing I can do about it right now.
User in plane internet.
These drivers have a nice long out lap to do. Schneider
3 hours later.
coming through T17 and 18 now. Final couple corners before we go green. You're going to see these drivers going side by side. They don't have a lot of time to go side by side, especially way in the back. So you're going to see some people out of position at the start. There we go, side by side. These cars are going to be flying through the corners in the back. Vittorio all the way back here just cruising, trying to catch up, right?
All right, everybody lining up. 2 by 2 by 2.
Yes, sir. I'm considering going into Helicamp for this, but I don't know yet.
I don't know. I will go like a couple of spots behind.
I think we'll watch.
I'm
Looking at Figgins. What do you think? Further than that?
Yeah, Figgins is fine.
Should be okay. I'll start moving down the thing as we get to T1. Look at all those drivers side by side, about to go green, and people are still coming around the final corner, still out of position. May see some drive-throughs right off the bat. You see these pro drivers going 4 wide, 5 wide up the hill. Very carefully. You see one of them being spun. That's who was that? That was not Burkhart, was it?
No, that was
Car 77. I think it was James. No, maybe not. Yeah, it was James. James got spun. We'll move back towards Tonkin here. I want to see how he's doing. Still holding that P12 position.
Metcalf doing good on that Lambo.
James Kosovo was the one spun. He's down in 31st right now, so now he's got to fight his way back through these guys.
Man, a bunch of drive-throughs. Raymond with a drive-through. Ground with a drive-through.
They were out of position at the back, like I had said. Going back up towards the front, Curtis has moved up out of the AMs. He's officially now ahead of all the AMs. Tonkin has moved down to second in the AM split. So he's in second. Johnston. Who?
Please don't do that. Oh, he made it stick. He made it stick.
Good driving by both of those drivers. Johnston on the inside there, trying to hold that position. Still side by side. See these drivers coming through these back S's. These are such hard corners to be side by side through because it seems like 90-degree or more turns for each one of them. Johnston not able to hold the position now. Metcalf has moved up ahead of both of these drivers. Great job by Mr. Metcalf. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this music off. We don't need this. We're here to listen to the game.
To the engine.
The engines. Metcalf holding that position. We're gonna jump up to the leaders right now. Schneider running away with Menendez and Figgins.
Top 3 AMs with some really clean racing tonight.
So far, yep. Figgins right on the tail of Menendez trying to keep up.
Miller pushing down the AMs.
Miller has moved up. He's trying to send it into T1, almost hit Metcalf because of that.
Speeding on the pits for 6.7. Ooh, that's a big ouch.
Some guy speeding in the pits, that is not a good thing to have. Well, we can still open up the iRacing stuff too. I can't see the splits for some reason. Metcalf still trying to run away from Miller, but Miller's gotten between Tonkin and Metcalf now. Going up to Menendez.
Look
at Figgins sending it into the corner of Menendez. Turn 11. Down the straight, side by side. You can see Figgins tucking back in, trying to get that slipstream. Menendez going to the middle of the track, being defensive, sending Figgins to the outside. Both these drivers about to go into turn 12 at a high rate of speed, trying to outbrake one another. Menendez holding that position. Figgins trying to get the switchback. Not going to happen. Menendez is going to be able to run away into the next couple corners. Let's jump to the back of the pack. See who we got in the back here racing around. Harold. I was going to say Harold and Bramer, but Bramer just spun around. So he's all on his own. Lizzie
making moves.
In 33rd, trying to catch up to Freiberger. Lizzie's up 2 positions, or I'm sorry, down 2 positions. Is that correct? Down 2 positions from where she started, yeah.
I think so, yeah. She's doing good, though. Hopefully she keeps it up.
Freiberger. Moving.
Ooh, look at that livery.
Yeah, that pink makes that car look good, dude. The orange, not so much, but the pink looks good on it. Jump up to Tourage. He's got a train of cars ahead of him. Well, look at 17. From 17th all the way down to 27th, every one of them are on each other's heels. Look at that. all of those drivers. We got Dubois in the mix of this. P22 sticking his nose in, going 3 wide up the corner, is able to outbrake into turn 1. You get 3 wide in the back there. We got Mike Cook and Zapata racing each other for P23. Jumping back up towards the front. I'm going to watch Nico. I'm actually going to do the onboard with Figgins for this at his request here. And we're going to watch it, and we're going to stop his onboard at the same point coming through turn 11. We're going to be on board with Figgins for this lap. So he tries to catch up to Nico Menendez. He's still in the draft, coming down the back straight. Hear that VTEC kick in. I'm just kidding. You guys don't see it. There's no rear view. Whoa! He misses his braking point. Goes extremely wide. Figgins is just probably listening to the stream and not paying attention to driving. Darren doesn't like the UI. Okay. So now, Figgins has Eamon ahead of him. Lost position because of that. Nissan trash. Hey, don't say that. Nissan's a beautiful car. Figgins doing everything he can just to catch back up to those two. He's fallen off of both of those drivers because of that. He's going to try and cut the curve. Oh, Eamon got a little bit slippy ahead of him. Figgins trying to outbrake him into the final corner. Down the front straight, you can see that Ferrari ahead of him just running away with the better exit. Going towards T1. Braking heavily and hard, trailing into turn 1. He turned in fairly early there, trying to get a good run on the exit. Once again, that Ferrari's just running away. He's got Kevin Rivera right behind him as well. It's not something you want to see in your rearview mirror, is Kevin Rivera. He'll intentionally miss a corner. I'm just kidding. Trying to stay within those track limits. You can abuse the corners, but not to the extent that they can in real life. So, trying to use all the track that he can. Going through turn 8 into turn 9. This is a difficult part of the track. You can see him having a counter steer as he gets a little bit slippy. Through turn 10 and back into turn 11. There was the onboard with Mr. Figgins. Ferrari's on rails, absolutely. Look at Bryce Burkhart. Right on the heels of Kanya as they come through turn 11 onto the back straight. If Bryce is able to stick his nose to the inside, not enough of a run. He's fairly new with this Porsche, so he's doing a lot of learning these last couple of races.
Really? What? You said it's been running for a little bit?
For a little bit, but last season he wasn't in it, I don't think.
No, I think he was in the Ferrari.
Ferrari. I'm going to take a quick look at Dubois as he goes to the inside of Tonkin and just misses his braking point completely. But he's off track. Tonkin able to run away. In the lead still for the rookies. The next driver is Griswold, who has to get around Casaboon.
Coming back from the vacation.
Griswold's got to get around Casaboon in order to catch up, but Griswold's got Johnston on his tail. They come through turn 17 and 18.
And Figgins being able to finagle that GTR so well.
He's ran away and gotten around Eamon. Eamon must have messed up at some point.
No, it was a clean pass.
Was it?
Yes,
Eamon
at the
was
back
well
end
ahead,
on
though,
the beginning on the front straight.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, he was clean. He was clean.
Kevin Rivera. Now, Kevin's somebody who will listen to the stream. He'll actually type in chat while he's racing because he's wild like that. So you may see him say hi or something in chat. My theory is he's got his wife to do it for him. Mark Miller has moved up out of all of the AMs and is now back in the pro split where he should be. As Devin Anthony 5 seconds behind him and his back marker ahead, Queeman, you see him giving up the position safely. But Miller's got 2 seconds to catch up before he's in the top 10. Figgins.
It seems like Kevin is just waiting the right moment to go on the attack. Just
Kevin,
aim
Kevin
on it.
scoring like that. You're going to see
Kevin.
Kevin poke his nose in here. Not enough, though, because Eamon's going to be defensive. Kevin back to the outside. Switches back to the inside. Attempts the overtake. Isn't able to get alongside. That's a no-go for Kevin in that turn, that corner. Jumping back to Kasaboon. He's trying to gain all the positions he can back. Now overtaking Tonkin down the back straight.
Break.
Completes the overtake safely. Is going to continue to try and run away and catch up to his.
Yeah, that was
driver.
good by Tonkin. He needed to let that go.
Yeah, good job by Tonkin. Tonkin's within a second now behind Tonkin is Griswold. It's not something you want to see. However, Tonkin's going to just try and run away and hold on to that first place position for the AM drivers. Griswold's doing everything he can to keep up. Johnston, however, has backed off quite a bit in the third place position for the AMs and has a white plate, Dubois, behind him. Now, Dubois was a red plate last week. He's moved up to the white plates.
Tonkin, what it needs to do is just stay right behind Kasaboon and get all the
draft that he can. Yeah, absolutely. Tonkin definitely the driver to watch for tonight. Let's move to the middle of the pack with Mike Cortez and Mr. Brown as well. And Mike Cook. Mike Cook and Mike Cortez are teammates. However, they are still racing each other. So, actually, look at that damage on Mike Cook's nose.
Ouch.
Not able to get that position on Mike Cook into T1. Cortez tucking in, trying to see what he can do through the S's. Cortez is trying to run away from Brown behind him because, yeah, you see him cutting that corner just a little bit tighter than Cook, trying to gain that time. He wants to get away from the positions behind him and just start gaining as much as he can. Running back up, Kasaboon and Devin. Kasaboon was able to catch up to Devin a lot very quickly. Is Kasaboon going to stick his nose in? They come down this back straight. Not enough time to do it. Going to just try and gain his time under braking.
It's crazy how fast that Mustang is. He closed the gap with just in the straight.
Take a look at Ramirez. What was going on with him? Oh, we got a car crashed in the back. That's Brown. Brown's down in 29th place. Ramirez not going to be defensive down the back straight, allowing Justice to pass. Not able to complete the overtake into the corner, though. Justice just scared themselves out of the overtake there. So Ramirez is going to hold on to that 26th position. Moving back up to the front, Kasaboon. Devin Anthony side by side. They go around the final corner. Devin holding on to that position. These guys are racing for that P12 position. Kasaboon did start way up in the front, but got spun, unfortunately. All the way to the outside. He's going to just try and get this whole corner to himself. He's going to have the inside line as they go into turn 2. Completed the overtake on Devin Anthony, but Devin is not one to give up easily. He will try and tuck into that slipstream and get another overtake done, as long as he can keep up through the S's. See?
Lazy capitalizing on the Drew's little mistake. And then she gets too excited and goes wide.
It's all right. Lizzie's doing good. Even though she capitalized and went wide, she's still holding that position and running away from Drew. Glenn Jacobs, one of our Noobs R Us drivers. Scott Johnston right behind him. I just realized Johnston doesn't even have a best time. Has he not done a valid lap yet? Jacobs off track, basically giving up those 2 positions. Jumping all the way back up to the front. I want to watch Will again, as he's got Eamon right on his tail again. We were watching that Ferrari earlier, running away on the straights. Slipstream doesn't work against the Stangy right. It doesn't. That's why I was able to win on Sunday. See Eamon going wide, thinking about sticking his nose in as he comes through turn 18 into turn 19. All Eamon needs is a good run out of the final corner. Down the straight.
They got a choo-choo train going.
Yeah, ahead of them is Wells in P38. In that McLaren. Gonna see Figgins is gonna go onto the inside. Eamon's gonna follow. Wells facilitating the safe overtake. Oh, this put Figgins on the inside. They're side by side as they go through P2. Wells gonna hold on to it for just a short period of time as they start going through the S's. That Ferrari loves the S's compared to that Nissan.
That's just a heavy car, man. Just such a
Absolutely
heavy
is.
car.
It's hard to get it to.
Compared to the Ferrari that
those
weighs
corners.
nothing.
Figgins is holding on to it as he goes through turn 7. I'm sorry,
I'm
turn 9.
impressed that the GTR has such a good top speed.
Well, it's the driver. It ain't the car. I'm just kidding.
Ooh, sorry. Dominic Toretto on the stream.
Dominic Toretto.
Hey, you never had your car.
So Figgins is actually caught up to Menendez as far as time-wise. He's back in the slipstream of Menendez. Schneider has run away from everybody, 6 seconds ahead. Almost 7 now. But he's just going to have to deal with back markers.
Tonkin dropped? What?
Yeah, Tonkin's no longer in first. It looks like he got himself into some sort of bonk. And is now all the way down in 24th position. The leader right now is Griswold for the AM drivers. And then Westerhoff. So you can see Dubois. An attempt and overtake down the straight. No reason to race unless he wants to. But Griswold is 5 seconds ahead of P2. And P2 is 2.5 seconds ahead of P3. The closest AM drivers we have right now is nobody. Oh, Johnston. Johnston and Justice. These two are racing for position. Everybody else is split up. Jump back up. Oop, this is not up to the front. I want to watch these top P2, 3, and 4 because they're all racing for that P2 position right now. Menendez has fallen off quite a bit, giving Figgins the opportunity to catch up. David in chat says slipstream doesn't work against staying. Basically cheating. Give me just a second while I change something here.
Oh, man. That's such a... I went back into the replay and Mr. Tonkin got taken out.
All right, there we go. So you don't give a F. Oh my goodness! Did you guys see what I just saw? Kevin Rivera. Let's back this up. I'm gonna back it up 30 seconds. I want to watch this whole thing here real quick.
Back it up there.
As Kevin was coming out of the S's, it looks like. Towards turn 11. Goes onto the inside. Nope, I'm sorry, that wasn't. That was Will that went to the inside. And hops the curb, hitting car number 68, I believe that was. Unfortunately for Kevin, decided to try and turn his Ferrari into an airplane.
So, Dubois took out Tonkin.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Extremely unfortunate. With that said, we have Kanya off track, moving down in positions. Keep in mind, there are 2 races, so you're going to see some drivers all over the place, but next race they may be in a completely different position. Burkhart coming up behind Poe. Poe's one of our stewards. Not part of our team, just one of our stewards, so I just want to put that out there. We do allow people to join our staff without having to be part of the team. So
Metcalf P3 on the AMs. That's a little jump.
Metcalf, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're right. So
Yeah,
Metcalf's actually down a position from his starting position overall. Once again, I don't have the splits up there. I'm not quite sure what position he started in as far as in his split. But P3 for the AMs is awesome. Mike Cortez still trying to catch up to Chanley. Mike Cook trying to race Ramirez with all that damage to his front end. Glenn Jacobs has Justice right behind him and Brown ahead of him, so he's in the middle of kind of a weird mix too. P5. Gerber and Rivera. You can see Rivera tucking it in. Shooting through turn 11. Gone wide. Has to deal with the curbs. Kevin is just deciding to hop curbs over and over again. Only the Burt can hop curbs, says Andrew. Absolutely. Bryce Burkhart right on the tail of... Oh, you can see that car slipping in the background there. That Mustang with Mark Miller in P10. Mark has done a great job going up position. You can see he's up 12 positions overall from where he started.
That's a hell of a drive.
Yeah.
We got Tonkin trying to get back up. Trying to catch up to Cortez.
Tonkin. He got a lot of time to make up, even though he's right there with Cortez.
It's going to take a miracle for him to get back onto the podium.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
A lot of traffic.
Kanye with that damage to his front end. Going to attempt an overtake on a back marker. Hauser. Not a back marker.
Oh, Lizzie with the freebie. Vittorio got a drive through, so itchy plitchy.
Put Lizzie in P31. Believe.
Sorry, I was sneezing.
Bless you. P30 then.
Thank you. If she doesn't messes up, she'll be able to capitalize on that drive through.
I want to watch Glenn here, right on the tail of Brown, trying to get that position back. He's missing his apex, going a little bit wide, losing a little bit of time, but see if he can gain that time back. He goes through the back S's. We turn 13 into 14. Gaining a little bit of time. It comes out of turn 16. Running down towards turn 17. He's gained a little bit of time. Not enough to get right on his tail yet, but we'll see how he does. Just needs to be a little bit tighter on those apexes.
Where you at on Jacobs?
Glenn Jacobs right now. Just within a half a second of Brown right now. Trying to gain that time.
He needs to be careful with Brown. I've raced against Brown a couple times. And he's not very predictable.
Not predictable, you say?
No.
We'll
Brown
see.
is not.
See what happens with them. I want to look at Metcalf really quick. He's our P3 driver, and he's got to hold off to Tolu. Now, Tolu is a pro driver behind him, so he just wants to let him through quickly and hopefully follow him to P2. Moving up the grid towards Poe and Burkhart still. These guys are still going at it. Burkhart has been on Poe's tail for like the last 3 laps. You can see Bramer off track over there in P37. Just sitting off track. I'm going to quickly go run down our lead drivers here. Zach Schneider, P1, has just ran away from everybody. 8.5 seconds ahead of Nico Menendez. Running around back markers like it's nothing. Nico, P2, has Eamon right behind him, and Figgins has fallen off a 1.8 seconds off in P4. Gerber in P5. I think Gerber's going to be the one to watch for the entire season because he was one of our podium drivers from the rookies last season, and now he's running top 5 in the pros. Doing a great job. Oh,
yeah, that's a hell of a job.
Poe was just trying to overtake, or Burkhart was trying to overtake Poe. Poe's right in the middle of the track going towards turn 1. See if he overshoots. Burkhart's going to try and just gain a little bit extra time as he gets a better run on the exit of turn 1 down in turn 2. Giving it everything he can, trying to get that better run and go to the inside, but Poe's going to hold that inside. See Burkhart right on his tail as they're going through the S's. Trying to get that better line without getting a drive-through.
Watch out, though. Casaboon is trying to hunt them down.
Casaboon's now within slipstream of the drivers ahead.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for that Mustang speed, though. You're about to be on the long
Kasabu's
straight.
right on his tail now. So now the turns have tabled, and Burkhart has to be defensive rather than offensive. You can see him move a little bit to the left, a little bit of bonks going on. No slipping, no sliding. He's pushing him off track.
Bumping and grinding.
Yep, Burkhart's going to move back towards the center here. James is still on his tail. He's just staying as far to the inside as he can, trying not to get bumped here. Side by side, turn towards turn 12. Burkhart tucking in.
Criminal. Criminal.
My road get off, says Darren Thomas in chat.
That Mustang is just criminal.
Yeah, Mustang's going to run away. He's going to have to contend with Poe here shortly. I'm going to run to Nico Menendez here. As Eamon now within a half second, within a quarter of a second, as they come through the final corner, down the back straight. We've got 5 minutes left in this first race. So Eamon's trying to get that second place position. While they're racing, whoa, I just realized Figgins is in the pits. He's given up that fourth place position. He's going to be in the pits. I wonder if he had a drive-through. It's extremely unfortunate for Figgins. Eamon right on his tail, working for that second place position. Kevin Rivera trying to catch up to P4. That's going to be Gerber ahead of him, Austin Gerber. Who's moved up to P5 because of that pit from Figgins. Figgins is now down in 10th because of it. I just realized Eamon and Menendez have backed off from each other, so they're no longer racing for a position. Kevin wants that P4 position as much as he can, gain those points. The leaders of our AM split, Griswold is like 10 seconds or more from P2 in the AM split. Oh, what happened with Gerber? Well, how did I miss this as it was happening? Gerber is way behind Kevin now. Because I'm looking at stats rather than chatting with you guys. Kasaboon trying to get the overtake done on Poe as they come through turn 11. Start down that back straight. That Mustang's going to have that raw power down the straight. You're going to see him move to the inside, but Poe's probably going to be a little bit defensive. You can see him moving towards the center. You can put Kasaboon on the outside as they're side by side going towards turn 12 once again. But that Mustang has so much power, is able to stick his nose in the front of the Ferrari for a short period. Poe is off track. Kasaboon's going to complete the overtake because of that.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Kasaboon says.
Once he gets to the front straight, he's gone.
Mark Miller right behind Figgins. Figgins came out of the pits in P10.
It was one of those.
Bye-bye. You don't break the rubber there, going to overshoot. Yep. Mark Miller is going to try and hold off Devin Anthony. Devin is not somebody that's easy to hold off. I race against Devin all the time, and he's just such a good driver. You can see Mark accidentally went wide, and Devin just capitalizes right then and there. But Mark's going to try and put his nose in through turn 19.
Somehow, magically, Lizzie went to 28? What's going on?
You can see Mark sticking his nose in, completing the overtake again on Devin Anthony. Holding on to that P11 position. You can see up ahead on the grid a little bit. Oops, that was not on the grid. Figgins getting some overtakes done on back markers. Kasaboon still racing Poe, trying to run away from him. I'm going to jump back here. Griswold's in the middle of this. Griswold's in first place for the AMs. I don't know if he knows that, but he is. So he's got what he sees as the white plate driver behind him.
Tonkin, what? Miraculously drive back to P3.
Talking back in P3 after all of that.
Don't mess it up. Don't mess it up.
As he's
going to have to fight Hauser.
Tonkin doing the bonking over there. So he's, what, in P4 now, right? Let's see. Well, yeah, P4.
He went a little too wide coming into T1. So, and then Hauser just...
We're on the final minute of the race. I don't know if Schneider's going to have time to do another lap. Let's see. Schneider.
Calm down, Duncan. You can do this.
Schneider is... Oh, we might see another lap out of this, guys. 30 seconds for him to cross the line. jump back up to Tonkin as he's overtaking again
Back to P3.
in P3.
Break.
Doesn't outbrake himself, going down the back straight. We are on the final lap of the race, everybody. So
What a good racing. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even think he was going to get to P3. And the fact that he got there.
Did a great job making it back up. There were a lot of bonks mid-pack, though. I mean, there were back markers mixed in with them. Red plates overtaking red plates and everything. So we're now back on with Miller. He's got Griswold behind him, the leader of the red plates, trying to overtake Mark Miller as they come through the couple back corners here. Final corner down the front straight. Griswold's going to try and stick his nose on the inside, not able to put it there. Mark doesn't really want to race. Griswold doesn't want to race, but they both want to be in the same place at the same time. So see how that goes. Poe just got around Curtis. And now Curtis has to contend with a back marker white plate, Dubois. Not really racing, but is just there. Menendez is now down. Menendez down in P2. I just realized what happened here. They got mixed up with some back markers. Menendez is trying to get around the back marker and catch back up, but Eamon's now 2.5 up in second place.
But they're going to make a miracle at the end.
None of that fighting is going to help Kevin Rivera because he's 12 seconds off of this battle ahead of him. So it's extremely unfortunate. Kevin's going to have to finish in 4th as long as nothing crazy goes on. He'll be in 4th. P1, Zach Schneider. Fastest lap of the race was 2:06.0 by Schneider.
Sheesh.
As he passes Lizzie. Coming through the final corners now into turn 19. So, P1 of the race, Zach Schneider. Behind them in P28, Lizzie Alicea. Then Grau in 29th. As he goes off, Menendez, P3, crossing the line. Tourage, 30. Vittorio, 31. Kevin Rivera. Coming around the final corner now in P4, doing his victory dance. He's going to just crash before he crosses the line. I guess he decided he didn't care if he won. I'm just kidding. He did fine.
Tonkin trying to make a miracle out of this and try to get P2. A lot of fighting in between those 3 cars. No.
What happened? What? Where? Oh, what? Missed it.
He was trying to make a move on Westerhoff, and then unfortunately give him a little bit of tap, causing him to.
That's going to put him in P4. Tonkin down in P4 again. So
Yeah,
the winners,
that was just a mistake.
the top 3 for the pros, Schneider, Eamon, and Menendez. The top 3 for the AMs, Griswold, Westerhoff, and ooh, looks like there's an overtake still going on. Still some battling going on.
Oh,
That puts
what a send.
Hauser in second. So disregard what I was saying. Griswold in first, Hauser in second, Tonkin in third, Zapata in fourth, Westerhoff in fifth, Cortez in sixth. Great racing by all of those drivers. Great job, Mr. Tonkin, getting back to the podium after his major bonk that sent him down. Harwell did well through the reset. It happens. We're about to go on to race 2 for all of these drivers. We still have some drivers out on track. Johnston, Jacobs, they're finishing up their laps now. Wells is still out on track. And Grau as well. Be the last 2 drivers. Yeah, great race by all drivers. We're down to 40. It looks like we lost 3 drivers out of all of that. So holding on to 40 of them. Good job, all drivers. It was honestly, I think that was a safer race than last week with more cars on track. That's all I'm saying. Who is off on the side of the track? Is that Kevin? That's Kevin Rivera. That's not Kevin Rivera. Who is that? Who is this and why? Glenn Jacobs? Why is he over there? You see that? There it goes. What was happening? That was the weirdest. I have not seen that before ever.
What?
It
Glitches.
was a weird glitch. Disconnect, maybe? You're right. It could have been. These drivers are getting ready to start their second race. Positions are nearly the same. Kasaboon's going to try for that podium again. He's starting in P3. He's hoping he can hold on to that P3, right? Takes 6 from getting dive bombed. You did a great job, James. Great job. We'll see if he can hold on to that. P1 starting out, Tonkin in the red plates. 14, Johnston. He'll be second. Metcalf in third for the red plates. 40 drivers out on track for race 2. And David, would you like to talk about our sponsors?
I don't even remember. The
You
only one that I
remember?
know for sure was Track Titan,
Mm-hmm.
the AI telemetry coach.
I can remember the exact details.
I just know that it helps you get faster.
It does help you get faster for sure. Doesn't help me get
It's by
faster.
far
'cause
one of the best
I'm
telemetry
crazy.
tools out there. They make it nice and easy for you. The UI is very simple and user friendly. It's very easy to use.
I do think it is one of the easier ones to use. Did we get your onboard? Yes, we did. You were behind Menendez in P3, I believe, whenever we did that. Television, what is that? Oh, look at that. That's something I can put on screen. There's some weird things I can put on screen.
What?
I know. It's getting wild. Anyways, everybody, welcome back. Welcome to the race 2. The drivers are about to start their outlap. They're finishing their last little bits of setups. They might be jumping and going to use the restroom. Welcome to race 2. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Next week, where are the drivers at next week? I didn't even think about that. Next week at the Rookie Series will be at, load up please, races. Has it been yelled at in chat yet? Imola next week.
That's gonna be interesting going to the first D1.
Yeah.
Uh,
Drivers
network
about to
error on
drive-
the. No, it was me.
It was all me.
It's always you.
All right, we got 3 days to finish this outlap.
Yep. So while we're doing that, who do you guys think is going to win? Schneider, probably? Who do you think is going to win from the red plates? Once again, up in first for red plates, Tonkin. Second, Johnston. Metcalf, 16th. Third. There's a white plate between each one of these. Kevin in chat saying he's going to win. So, that's our top 3, but there's a white plate between each one. Who do you think is going to take the win for the red plates? Rooting for Tonkin, but Metcalf seems more solid. Tonkin did make a full-on comeback. I'm just saying. Like, back in the podium from being knocked down to like P20 something. All right, in the back, who do you guys think is going to lose? And now I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but who do you think is going to lose? We've got a lot of people down in the bottom. Probably me. I'll probably lose. Kevin says me. Mark is already a loser. Mark actually did good last race. He moved from 21st into like top 10, I think. So he did a great job. And he had to fight through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red plates to get there. Oh, that was a great job by Mr. Mark.
The only Bentley out in track.
Now Griswold, where did he start? He started in 22nd
Yep.
and was able to
That's
move
great.
all the way up into P1 for the red plates.
Yeah, P8 on the AMs overall. Why
Yeah.
is Duncan in the pits?
Oh,
I think he got teleported.
What a dingus.
Salty.
What did you do that for? Griswold in the family truckster. Oh, hopefully we could do our Christmas race this year. I think we called it Leftovers is what it was. We had the Griswolds out on track for that. See what I mean? I do see what you mean. I see what you mean, Andrew.
Yeah, Uncle Eddie running on the track tonight.
Uncle Eddie. Oh, Andrew's name is Uncle Eddie now.
Yes. Andrew, Uncle Eddie, Casey.
Tonkin over here being silly. Tonkin, stop being silly. Look at that crazy roller coaster looking tower in the back there. That race control tower. Y'all will come to your house to make me do it. I'll make you come to my house. I want to say hi to you again. We'll make spicy pig burritos. Those things were freaking good. What'd you think of them, David? The burritos that we made?
They were good. They were a little hot, it's hot for me, but they were good.
They were yummy. Yummy. All right, drivers are going 2x2. Hopefully people don't get drive-throughs and stuff for being out of position. They need to skedaddle to that position with a full grid. Coming through the final corners. We'll see a green light here shortly. It's the second battle that hurts, he says.
Yeah. Tonkin got teleported to pits.
So the drivers going side by side as they come around the back corners here.
Man, that's a big oof, man.
The
That's
drivers
a
are
long
racing
ass
to make sure they get
pitting.
that position. Hurry, get in there, get in there. We're about to go green. They're not in position.
Green light, give it all you can.
I don't know if we got any drive-throughs or not. You're going to have to let me know about that.
No, none whatsoever.
Okay, good.
I
All right, going
fired
up the
until
front straight.
Q1.
I'm seeing more bonking going on. This is pros bonking again. Come on, guys. Stop doing that.
I know, man.
But like Kevin just said, maybe he's going to be the loser.
Metcalf capitalizing on all the mistakes.
And is now in first for the rookies, just like Andrew said, and has 4 white plates behind him before P2. What a way to run away right there.
Keep it legal and then you'll be fine.
Good job. Metcalf's probably not gonna put any defense on any of these white plates behind him, but yeah, you can see him just sitting there. He's gonna allow it to happen.
You broke the lead. Oh, you went wide on purpose.
Schneider just running away again. This is why he's our esports principal. Just able to just get away. Menendez has Casaboon in P3 behind him. About a half a second behind. See him tucking his nose in and get right on his tail. A lot of racing going on. Metcalf getting bonked out.
It was super wide. Oh no, he went wide.
We got some bonking going on down. Oh my gosh, what a rejoin. What are you talking about, Andrew? I thought you said he was doing great.
No.
Kills one of the pro drivers. Now Gerber's all the way down to 24th, 25th place because of that.
That's a big
Fortunately for Metcalf, he's able to stay in first. But if he's penalized for that, he's not going to be in first.
Report.
What a rejoin. Oh my goodness. Jumping up towards the front.
Oh.
P2, 0.7 seconds behind him. It's Casaboon. He's trying to just run away and catch up to Schneider, but Schneider's just rapid. Casaboon doing everything he can. He's going to gain a lot of time down the straights, but luckily has a lot of space behind him to P4. P4 has Kanya right on his tail. They go down the hill out of turn 1 into turn 2. Kanya now has Figgins on his tail.
All right,
Going
Metcalf.
into
You don't have to
Fiestas.
let anybody go by now.
Yeah, Metcalf just raced now. Like I said, if you're up in there and you're racing them, just race them. Wait until you have a safe moment to let them overtake. You can see Figgins now has dropped off a little bit on Kanya and has Eamon right behind him.
Kevin on P27.
Kevin Rivera,
a
like
big
I said,
guy.
he was going to get last. He's, as far as white plates goes, he's second, third to last. He does have
Tolu making a move from everybody.
Kevin, Jacobs, and Tolu about to be 3 wide as they exit the S's. Jacob's going extremely wide, more or less going to give that position to Tolu. Let those two race. Kevin's got a lot of ground to make up. Oh, and look at Metcalf.
Tonkin has.
Now, should we take a look at Tonkin? Where's Tonkin at? He started in the pits. All
No,
alone,
he's ready.
nobody around, lots of time to make up. I'm going to jump back up to the leaders of the AMs. 12th, 13th, and 14th are all AM drivers racing for that P1 position. And all within a second of each other. Love this, says Kevin. Oh my goodness, Metcalf just went off. He's still holding that position with Johnston, but it only just.
I got money on Griswold. I think he's going to bring the turkey home.
In that Bentley. Who'd have thought a Bentley would be winning the races?
Oh, you know, with the BOP we got, it's competitive.
I just want you guys to look on screen here. Now, don't look at Julian Powers. For some reason, Julian Powers is showing P1. But look at Mark Miller, up 11 positions from where he started. Metcalf, while we're talking, just got spun around, is now down in P22. But he's no longer in contention for the top. Johnston running away. Griswold has Devin Anthony right next to him. Devin Anthony, a pro driver in P14. So now Johnston is trying to hold that P1 position.
Just
Yeah,
going-
there's something weird going on with that. A little glitch going on. Had some drivers drop out and still showing their positions. I could probably leave and rejoin and get that to fix itself. But Julian is not in that position. Yeah, it still says there's 43. Let's do a quick leave and rejoin just to see what happens here. Should clear that all out.
No.
It's okay, it'll be quick.
Oh, I'm still watching the thing. Griswold trying to stick to Johnson lean. I don't know if you can see it.
But you can hear it.
I can drive. We
God,
fixed it.
He's very, very, very smooth driving.
Maybe I can click drive. Right, there we go. Back to blank. We've reconnected. We're good. Good.
And we're good.
See, now we're good. Figgins in 6th. The top 3 drivers have all backed off from each other. Top 5 drivers have all backed off from each other. Johnston holding that P1 position for the rookies. Devin Anthony's now ahead of P2, but just. P3, Mike Cortez. Good to see him back up in the podium positions. We're going to jump all the way to the back here. P27, Grau. Got Tolu ahead of him. He might end up trying to do an overtake. Jacobs in 28th behind him, a whole second and a half behind. Actually, let's move up to Turaj and Ramirez as they're starting to go side by side. Out of the back S's here into turn 17.
Oh, I lied. There's 2 Bentleys.
2 Bentleys, you say? There is. We got Harold in a Bentley as well. As he's got Lizzie right behind him. Lizzie trying to get that better run on the exit. Look at Lizzie. I'm so proud of how far Lizzie's come. Hitting
Yes,
proper
yes.
racing lines and everything. Apexes, all of it. All on her own. A little bit wide, going to do a little bit of bouncing, but so did Harold right ahead. Lizzie's going to try and get a run down the straight. Bentley's going a little bit defensive. Coming back to the racing line. Now Lizzie, you can see
Brag.
she's
There
not
we
gained or lost a single position this race. And they're bonking into each other. Lizzie spinning car number 747, Harold. Lizzie's going to run away.
No.
He's going to get penalized for that if there's a report on it, unfortunately. Let's move up towards the leaders here again. P6, Kanya. Trying to gain on Figgins. Down that back straight turn towards turn 12. Gaining that time in the braking zone. Gonna go a little bit wide. Yeah, he's got to worry about Eamon gaining time now.
Yeah, Devin Anthony and Griswold just fighting it.
Like I said, if you're up in the race in the white plates, you might as well race them because your points are going to end up transferring over to white plates, and you want to be ahead of those drivers, right? Well,
Yeah.
Griswold might end up getting moved to the
We got,
pro split.
Amon and Kenya battle.
Yep, they've been trying. Kanye was trying to catch up to Will. You can see Eamon going side by side with Kanye there, trying to do the old switchback. Going towards final corner here. Is he going to outbrake him into the corner? They are side by side. Space was given, not able to capitalize. Kanye's going to run away down the straight. Look at Bryce Burkhardt. As he tries to catch up to Poe and Miller behind him. See those two Fords in back there trying to catch up. Burkhardt. It's looking like he's going to try and sneak in, but not really. I know we haven't asked for this, but I'm going to do a quick look at this livery. This Boo Bees livery, because this thing is awesome. Look at that. It's a bee?
Most literal.
With a ghost costume. Look at this other one. Isn't that awesome? And it says boobs are us on the side. That's cool. The boobs are us liveries.
The most literal name ever.
Right? Fagan's trying to catch up to Dubois ahead. Dubois did not have a good first race, but is up in P4. Don't take no crap from the fields. Will, right on his tail. Dubois being defensive. Forcing Will to go to the outside. Trying to outbrake him.
Switch it back, switch it
Doing
back.
a switchback. Will be side by side as they go into turn 13.
Switch back.
Dubois got the defensive position again. Able to hold it. Sliding through into T14 and down into T15. Figgins has that corner and the next one. So he's actually got his nose ahead. The overtake has been completed by Figgins. Great overtake by Mr. Figgins. He's going to like seeing
5
himself
seasons
doing
later,
that.
he's racing super clean.
And Figgins has made great improvements on his driving style. It's great to see him continuously be in the top 5. Hopefully to see him in the top 3.
Is the GTR faster than the Mustang on the straight?
I don't think it's faster. I just think that it might be faster. You know what I'm saying?
I guess he got the run on
Look
him.
at Eamon just behind them. He's going to poke his nose in. Nope, Kanye's going to be defensive instead. Giving that Ferrari the long way around turn 1. Not like it has to be, though, because they're going to go side by side down towards turn 2 now. Patrick Eamon. One of the Boobies drivers. I didn't know he was a Boobies driver. It's great to see him out on track.
We got a battle for P1 at the moment. Griswold taking on just the win.
Just John Stoween. Johnston still trying to hold that position off from Griswold. Griswold was the winner of last race, if I remember right. And then
Yes.
Johnston was, where was he? P3 or 4? P2, I think.
Three.
Yeah, he moved up because of a bonk at the final lap. Not driving within 2 millimeters of his competitors. He had to get in trouble a couple times to learn the lesson, right? You see these drivers continuing to race for that P1 position. I just want to once again point out Mark Miller up in 11th. He started out way back, and now he's in 11th.
You know, when you have a cheat car, it doesn't.
So the positions are kind of awkward right now. I'm noticing on screen that you're seeing. This is the positions, starting positions from when we rejoined the server. So I've learned a lesson, and we need to make sure we do it. You see Johnston and Griswold side by side. Griswold trying to do anything he can.
Ample space.
Johnston very narrow into this next corner. That's going to give Griswold that speed that he needs on the way out. However, Johnston in that pretty black and pink McLaren got to hold that position. Good night, Andrew. Thank you for being here. Love you. Sleep good. Bye-bye.
Buenas noches.
Johnston holding that position through the final corners. You can see that Bentley getting completely sideways. That was an awesome drift through there. Griswold trying to gain that time on Mark Miller now. Through the final corner. Griswold's right on his tail. He's going to have enough draft to tuck on the inside. We'll see if Johnson goes defensive. He should, in my opinion. He's not going to. Griswold's going to put his nose in. Outbroke himself, though. Johnston going to hold that position. I'm going to move up to Bryce Burkhart as he's trying to still gain on Poe through the S's.
Ban me.
Ban me, says Kevin. Not
What
gonna
did
stay
you do? What did you do?
Kevin all alone. Looks like somebody got crashed out and has moved down a bunch of positions, maybe. I don't know. Don't worry about any of that. It'll be reported. Eamon getting the overtake done on Figgins. However, the overtake's not complete until the next corner. Both of these drivers side by side. Eamon's going to tuck back in for that slipstream. Let's see if he comes back out into the next corner. There he goes, back out. Goes right back in. He's not going to attempt the overtake. I want to look at Figgins, or not Figgins. I want to look at Kasaboon for a moment.
We have a Miller sandwich on the back straight.
Oh yeah, you're right. They're all about to go 3 wide here. Mark Miller not going to be in his split after this overtake from Johnston. Johnston trying to just...
He hit the curb going into the straight.
Johnston's trying to run away now from Mark Miller, because that'll push Griswold back, unless Griswold can, of course, get an overtake done. His top 2 AM drivers are doing a great job. Now, Westerhoff's in P3 and has Devin Anthony ahead, and he's not that far off. These top 3 drivers for the AMs are within pace of each other, doing a great job with it, too.
Halfway mark, still a long way.
Yeah, very clean racing, very good pace.
Yep, absolutely.
It's great what they're doing.
Yeah, everybody's doing good. A lot cleaner racing than last race. I want to look at Justice, Richard Justice back here. Gaining on Grau. Kind of overshooting it. So he's right back off. We'll go to Glenn Jacobs now, who's catching up to Meredith ahead.
Kevin all the way up to P19. Jeebers.
But he wants to be banned, so I'll disqualify him before the last lap anyways. Jacobs trying to continue gaining, losing a little bit of time, but he's going to gain it back as Meredith goes off track. More or less a free overtake for Mr. Jacobs. He's up into P34. Vittorio was one of our podium drivers from a couple seasons back. Kind of awkward seeing him being all the way down in P28. Hopefully he can gain that time back.
He probably took a break.
Could have. Heyman still trying to get it overtake done on Figgins. Unable to do it. Nothing happening there at all. Curtis and Burkhart. And Poe. Poe going defensive. Curtis going further to the inside. Ooh, and there's contact made. Backs out of it. Both drivers safely getting around the corner there. That could have been very bad. Curtis trying to gain that time back. Trying to overtake properly without bonks. And a good run down the straight again. Or I'm sorry, through turn 17. Just trying to hold that position.
Griswold having difficulties keeping up.
Griswold's starting to back off now as he's got 2 white plate drivers between him and P1. Johnston now has Mark Miller behind him and Devin Anthony behind him, with 1.5 seconds between him and P2 of the red plates. P3 is 2.5 seconds off of P2. He's still got 8 seconds between him and P4. So as long as he can hold on to that, he will hold that P3 position. Johnson, you see him coming up the hill. Mark Miller right on his tail. I'm going to move back to Eamon.
Like Kevin is frustrated being behind the pata.
He'll be fine. You just got to be safe. Look at an Eamon right on the tail of Figgins. They're coming out of the S's. Turns towards turn 11. Setting Figgins narrow. Oh my goodness, and he does the switchback and completes the overtake through turn 11 on Figgins. Now that Mustang's going to have the run down the straight. Amy needs to come off the line, go to the center. Force Figgins to go to the outside. There he goes. He forced it. Closing that space up as they go side by side into turn 12. What a way to stay defensive. Good job by Eamon. See if he can hold that P5 position. Now, Eamon has a back marker ahead of him of Hauser, and he's going to want to get around
Kevin
quickly.
just made the hell of a pass.
Who?
Kevin Rivera.
I'm going to back it up. I want to see the hell of a pass.
It was so good.
To the inside on turn 11. A little bit of bonk going on, and more bonks on the outside. Kevin almost caused other people to die is what happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nobody died, though.
Kevin's just trying to catch back up. Now, Kevin only has 3 more red plates to go before he's back with the white plate pack. Post.
So, Miller, what happened to Miller? He gone.
Mark Miller, all the way down in P21.
I guess he must have.
Got into some sort of bonks, and now he's got a lot of cars to pass to try and get back up to where he was. Extremely unfortunate.
Westerhoff capitalizing on Griswold's mistakes.
Oh, he's right on the tail of Griswold, fighting for that P2 position out of the red plates. He probably let Kevin pass. Kevin can't pass on his own, right? Darren, when are we going to see you back in the league, man? It'd be great to see you back in here. Jeremy Soft. Yeah, you're right. I'm so soft. Kevin Anthony on the tail of Johnston. You can't ruin Johnston's race. Johnston is racing for first place, so don't want to see any bonks between these drivers.
Or Devin Anthony with a drive-through.
Devin Anthony gonna have to jump in the pit sometime soon. Toto Walache right on the heels of Mike Cortez, and also trying to hold off Mark Miller at the same time. I love the green on Tolo's car. Toto Walache.
No, it's Tolo Eche.
Toto Walache.
No. He told us how to say it.
Tolo Liche.
Jeremy Soft.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what that means.
Tolo
but
Eche. Tolo Eche.
Devin going hard on the inside in the marbles down the back straight. I don't know why Devin's trying to get this overtake done. He's got to drive through anyways. And we side by side into turn 11 or turn 12. Devin is trying to run away, but that gives Griswold the opportunity to be right on the tail of both of these drivers. Griswold's loving this because that might give him the P1 position.
Westerhoff has a weird ass setup.
I'm going to look at Bryce Burkhart. Who has Poe right ahead of him still. He was right on his tail just a moment ago. We may jump right back to the podium drivers of the red plates, but there's surprisingly a lot of drivers still within close proximity of each other. Bramer trying to catch up to Grau down the back straight. Grau has that damage. Bramer's closing that gap. Comes down the straight. Not gonna stick his nose in. He's looking.
Oh.
Bramer's looking. Bramer's out braking. Bramer's really out braking. And is now in the wall off of the corner.
He broke so hard it got into the wall.
Yep. Mike Cortez with that damage on his nose. Letting Tolu pass.
And Rivera up to right behind the P1, 2, and 3.
Yep. So these drivers that Kevin's
car 101.
Kevin has 12 seconds to catch up. Now,
Connie out with the drive-through.
Connie's got a drive-through. Tonkin's in 23rd. Lizzie's in 29th.
Okay, it's not as much of as many drive-throughs as I thought we were gonna get.
We're doing okay. Eamon still fighting Figgins for that P5 position. I feel like Figgins has been racing nonstop for both of these races.
Lizzie gaining the freebies.
I love freebies. So we're down to our last 7 minutes of the race. The leaders, P1, 2, 3, and even 4, have all ran away. Oh my goodness, you can see Eamon and Figgins going side by side, and they've got a back marker in between. Or rather, ahead of both of them, so it's going to make it awkward. as these drivers try and get around him, but also race each other.
Ooh.
Ooh, Meredith
Yeah.
giving up that position.
Ooh.
And you
What
can
a
see an
weird-
onboard with Patrick, so we're going to do that as he crosses the start-finish line now. Passing Will, just a much better run, but that GTR's just got the run back. You see that?
This is a monster.
Braking hard and heavy. Going to turn in a little bit late to gain a little bit more speed. Not able to gain enough, though. I mean, a breakdown in the downhill into turn 2, going into the S's.
23.
What do you drive through? Who's 23?
Oh, and he misses his braking point into the right-hander of the S's, so he's going to lose quite a bit of time. Patrick Eamon's got to really work to catch back up. They do have a back marker of Harold coming up. He's about to get squeezed. Patrick backing out of that. Great job by Patrick being safe in that instance and not hitting Harold. Harold also, great job just holding his line. And
Oh,
letting
my
the drivers
God.
pass.
Ouch.
now we're getting the drive-throughs, aren't we?
Yep.
Patrick's got to brake hard and heavy and try and get more narrow, but also a better run. Higgins is going to run away down the straight again. And Nissan is just going to run away.
Griswold finally catching up.
We'll have to run and watch Griswold here shortly. I'm still doing the onboard with Patrick. A lot of time to gain here. 7/10 behind. Godzilla likes to shake that booty. Last 5 minutes of the race. He wants that P5 position. He's going to have to really push for it. Staying a little bit tighter on this corner here, the drifty corner. You can see another driver ahead. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry. Another driver ahead. That's Patrick Dubois up ahead of both of these drivers, getting a little bit slippy. And these drivers are going to be fighting for that P4 position. Patrick Eamon gaining a little bit of time on the way out. You can see Will get a little bit slippy on that second to last corner, that penultimate corner, going through the final corner, down the back straight, or the front straight, trying to tuck in and gain as much time as he can. There was your onboard with Mr. Eamon. I'm going to jump to the podium drivers of the red plates. Johnston has Griswold right on his tail. These guys are going to be fighting. P1, 2, and 3, all of them are going to be fighting for this podium or this first place position. Oh my goodness, Griswold about to get alongside. Coming down the front straight.
The Macaca has the speed.
Johnston trying to be kind of defensive. He doesn't want to give up too much. Coming up towards turn 1. Johnston's on the inside.
Oh, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
Johnston side by side. Johnston overtaking Griswold. What an overtake. And he's just running away towards the S's.
He calculated it.
That was an awesome overtake by who's that? Griswold into P1. Johnston just doesn't want to lose the second place now. Westerhoff right behind him. That was awesome. Great job.
Yes, Westerhoff is right on his butt.
Yep. So you can see going a little bit narrow. They're about to have a 3-wide situation. Not having it. Narrow through the corner. What a bunch of clean driving from these top AM drivers. Having to back out a little bit. Going towards turn 11. Bentley's going to be able to run away down the straight for a short period. Johnson's got to really think about that other McLaren right behind him down the straight.
Question is he going to send it?
What a race for P1 between the AMs. These guys are doing awesome.
The entire race has been like back and forth.
Yep. See, a little bit.
Griswold has the better pace. Now he has clean air. I don't know that.
Like I said, there's a possibility Griswold will be racing against white plates next week. So Kevin's just going for fastest lap. Okay, good luck, Kevin. We're all counting on you.
Daniel Ricciardo.
Kevin jumping in the pits, changing tires. He's going to just try and fast lap it. Got 2 minutes to do it. Griswold's running away, almost a second away from P2 now. But also, Westerhoff has fallen off too.
Lizzie up to P23.
Lizzie.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. You can do this. You can do this.
Up 11 positions. Sean Bramer behind, up 16 positions. Great job from both of those drivers making up all of those positions.
John!
The white plate podiums have more or less ran away from each other. Eamon's still fighting Figgins. See if he can do anything in the last minute and a half. Oh, trying to catch up to Burkhart. There's still a race to be had for the top 10 drivers. However, I think the race to watch is probably going to be these top 3 AM drivers. He is losing his voice. David has a permanent voice loss. It's just a thing.
It's worse than usual. Huh?
We still have Gerber racing for a position down here, trying to get around Chanley. Porsche. See Chanley going a little bit wide out of turn 1. Going to allow Gerber to get right on his tail as they go towards the S's. We're going to move this back to the AM podium drivers here shortly. Look at Poe and Burkhart as they go towards turn 12. Poe right on Burkhart's tail.
Leaders on final lap now.
Final lap, everybody. Final lap. Johnston just doing everything he can now because he's fallen. Well, I'm not saying he's fallen anything. He's actually right on the tail of Griswold, and then Westerhoff is a second and a half behind. So Westerhoff is just trying to hold on at third place position and continue driving straight and narrow. Lizzie getting another position.
Yeah, Freiberger.
Lizzie's doing great. Up 10 positions. I don't know why we're not seeing Sean Bramer in the right position. Okay, I see what's going on. Never mind. The podium drivers of the AMs are now separated by a second or more because of the back marker that's in there. They just got to finish a lap.
Okay.
Kevin got a drive-through. Can't even do a fastest lap. That's how cruddy Kevin is sometimes, guys. Cruddy Kevin. Austin Gerber still racing Chanley for that P17 position.
Oh, Freiberger with the drive-through.
Drive-through on the final lap is not something you want to see. Just finish your lap out, guys. Take the race penalty. Oh no. Glenn Jacobs on the tail of Justice down the back straight. Is he going to poke his nose in? They're both in Astons. It's going to be hard for him to do. He's looking. He's got his nose poked in. Trying to outbrake him.
Gerber disqualified.
Herbert just got disqualified? Oh, man. Glenn Jacobs tried to send it in that corner, is now side by side. I'm going to run up to the front here, guys, as our podium drivers are getting ready to cross the finish line.
One more lap.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5 are all going to be pretty much there. However, Eamon, nope, Eamon's off a whole second as well from Figgins. He's got back markers in between.
Leaders finish the race.
The racing that you're seeing here is between back markers. P1 Schneider, P2 Menendez, P3 Casaboon. Great P3 for Casaboon, especially after his first race. P4 Dubois, the previous winner of the AM split. Figgins P5, Eamon P6. Jake Curtis 20 seconds behind everybody in P7, trying to catch back up. I'm going to jump back to Poe and Burkhart because they're still racing for P8.
Yes.
Burkhart not able to complete the overtake after the final corner. Now, your winners of the AM split, the real winners, Griswold, Johnston, and Westerhoff. Great race by those guys.
Yes, great race.
Absolutely awesome driving. Zapata is going to take the P4 position. You can see he's got some white plates in the mix with him too, Zapata. Oh my gosh, Mark Miller sideways in the back there. He's trying to get back on track. That was wild. Yeah, Kevin over here saying no bonks and then bonks 5 people. Zapata finishing P4 for the Ams. Total Lache behind him. Queeman, P5. Mike Cortez, around the final corners. He's going to get P6 for the Ams.
Let's see, bringing it home.
I'm not going to allow that one to
Did you
go
get a-
through there, Will, but I'm going to read what you said. Other than that, you got screwed up 3 times. You had no rear end grip for the last 10 minutes. Still, being up in P4 is an awesome job. Lizzie,
I denied it.
P16.
Sorry, instincts.
We still got Freiberger out on track and Gerber out on track, finishing up their laps.
You got blocked, Mr. Will.
Gerber coming around, passing the start-finish line. He's got a red flag. Freiberger. You almost allowed it, said Tony. I'm glad you didn't. All right, great racing, everybody. I think that was actually, I think we had less bonks than we did last week with more cars
Yes.
on track. So, great job. We'll start pulling in the podium drivers to do some chatting. I'm going to start with the podium drivers.
Hey, we were in the middle of a conversation over there.
Well, I don't care about your conversation now, do I? All right, let's have a quick chat with Zach Schneider because it is going to be quick. The guy jumped in first and ran away. Zach, how was your race today?
Really good. Both of them were pretty good. Somehow I didn't expect to pull like a 5-second gap on Nico as fast as I did in race 1, so I just kind of paced myself to not get penalties, and then race 2 I had to push a little bit more, but it was good.
That was good. How was moving through the back markers and all that? Was everybody fairly safe for you?
There was a couple close calls, and some guy was doing donuts and like 16, 17, 18 onto the racing line, so I'll have to go back and see what happened there, but for the most part it was pretty good. Yeah.
That is to be expected with brand new rookie drivers too, though. So I mean, can't expect anything worse than that, really. Nico, you fell off from Zach pretty quickly in both races. However, you raced a bunch. How was your races?
I sweated a bunch.
You sweated a bunch. What? It's
Yeah, my
wintertime
races
down there,
were-
right?
They were fine. My races were fine. Race 1, I was nowhere. That's why Zach basically ran away so quickly. I usually don't have the pace in the hotter temps in this car, so I was just trying to fight William, like Figgins and Eamon to not lose second place, which I did in the end by a dumb rookie mistake. I lost focus with a back marker and missed my braking point. And then race 2, it was a lot better. I was much closer to Zach, even though he was managing, but still I was running good pace. I was running good lap time, so I'm happy with race 2.
Great job. James, you had a rough start to race 1. We saw you spinning turn 1, lap 1, but you were able to climb back up.
Again.
Climb back up to what, 6? You guys went like 5 wide in that, so we saw it happening. When we said don't go more than 2 wide.
Oh yeah,
All of
and
a
I
sudden
even
the-
tried to cut it off to keep it from doing it, and he said no, I want to be here, and then I
Yeah.
got the rough end of it. But yeah, I was like, I think I came out of that in like 30th or something. If there was any rookies that I scared, I'm sorry, but I was not holding back on any of them. It was I think the first 2 laps after that, I think I passed like 12 people.
Oh, you did a great job making it back up. Second race, however, you started out strong and finished strong. What, P3, right?
Yeah, 3rd place. I was on my way to catch Nico, and then I got my 3rd track cut, and I was like, you know what, we're just gonna not. And I slowed off because I
Good
saw
choice. Good choice.
I had a 10-second gap to the guy behind me, so I was like, you know what, we're just gonna chill, and I finished it instead of trying to get second. Wasn't worth it.
Well, you did a good job staying up in the podium positions. Hopefully next week we'll see you in a podium position again. And hopefully next week we don't see you get into any major bonks and you can stay podium for 2 races.
That'd be very good. I would much appreciate that. Until next time.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us in the booth this evening. Go have your after race chat with everybody else, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you. Later.
So, overall, David, I think there was some really great close racing.
Yes.
I think the drivers did awesome. I do think there were some severe balks, but I also think they're less than last week, so that's good to see. Next week,
A lot more clean racing, even though the AMs went in intimidated by joining up the servers. But I gotta say, it was good. It was good.
yeah, absolutely. Next week's going to be a 60-minute race with a pit stop, and everybody will be combined again. So we're going to see a combined race and a pit stop. So hopefully we can find somebody to do a pit stop, what's it called, workshop for our AM drivers. But with that said, thank you all for being here. I'm going to go ahead and raid Whatever Fool on Twitch. We're going to give him a raid, so make sure you go and give him a follow if you're not already following him. And yeah, thank you for being here. I'm not allowed to raid. I'm not allowed to raid that channel apparently. Who'd have thought? You cannot raid this channel. Okay, well then we won't raid Whatever Fool, unfortunately. Let's do SRA because they're fun to watch. All right. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you on Sunday for the intermediate race.
Yep.